Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here, Jesse on the camera. It's been a minute. Obviously, if you're watching the channel, you realize I've been out with a few health issues and such, but doing good so far. I'm back. Surgery's over, healed up, ready to get back into the hobby. Feel a lot better. I can actually eat again, so I can start putting weight back on. Actually have some energy to do some crap. So let's get back to the hobby, which we love, and start building some cars and trucks. Okay guys, yeah, so winter is here. It's snowing outside already, so we're going to get into something we wanted to for the last little while. I picked this car up last year and left it sitting in the box. This is the Redcat 64 convertible Dixon Flannel Edition. I think they call it La Guerra or something like that. I don't have the manual for it, but I think that's what somebody mentioned before on the car. It's pretty cool. I like the full top one, but the convertible looks pretty good in this style too. It's got the gold trim everywhere, and underneath it's all chrome fully loaded. And this one's sitting on the Dayton 13's aftermarket wheels with the 2-color spoke. Pretty cool stuff. I was going to kind of make some changes to this model. This is the hopping model that bounces. And just wasn't... It was too nice, and in being the rare Dixon flannel model, and the value on it, I think it was like $1,100 US for this car, so we got it on trades. We decided not to take this one apart to build the project vehicle we're going to build for you now, so we're going to park this guy off to the side. He kind of just lives in his box still. He doesn't really sit out on the shelf like most of the other cars and trucks around here because he's pretty fancy. But Redcat came out with that 79 Monte Carlo that doesn't hop, but it does the four-wheel function, kind of more what we're looking for. So we grabbed one of those in purple. What else can we say about it? 6-channel radio. It's all basic black plastic underneath. It's a little bit cheaper. This guy was about $550, something like that up here, where that guy's about $750. So a little bit cheaper. Let's check it out. Hang on, I'm gonna stand up. Oh man. Okay, so inside the box, it looks like we get a communication cable for programming the radio. So communication for programming the radio. In here, it looks like we get magnetic body mounts and posts to mount those, different types of body posts, and I don't know what that part is. We'll look into that. That might be some kind of mount. And a quick adapter, a Tamiya, to the connector they're using on it. I'm not sure what connector that is, but so you can hook it up to your charger and charge it. They give you a charger, but with this lead, it's just better to hook it up to your quick charger, of course, so we'll just leave that alone. Nice, heavy, thick manual with all the different functions, troubleshooting, all that good stuff. Yeah, cool. Oh, it comes with a car cover, nice. So there's your 6-channel radio. The same one that comes with the 64, actually pretty cool. These ones do your functions on it. Where on the 64, I think only one of these does one, the other one's dead to the water. So it's pretty cool, you have all of these to move around. Pretty cool. And then these are drop the rear and the front. Pretty cool. Pretty decent radio too. It's nice and thin. It's not like your typical bulky brick radio, so it's pretty cool. You can get like engraved metal plates from Chrome and Customs and stuff and trick your radio to match your car too. It's pretty cool stuff with these lowriders. I'm not big into cars because they're kind of boring, but lowriders are cool. A lot of room to do scale custom work. Okay, this box is going to go in the trash. because this guy is going to be displayed. Did that come with it too? Yep. Oh, okay. Didn't see that. Pretty cool. It's about 2 inches shorter than Impala, so pretty accurate. It's also a little bit narrower too, which is kind of nice. So comes with this nice branded Redcat car cover dealie to keep that nice and clean. Boom, there you go. That's a pretty nice purple paint job. Comes in 2 colors, I believe, only 2 colors, purple and green. That's what is available here. I'm pretty sure that's all they have. They actually did a really nice job laying up the chrome around the windows. It's straight, it's not all bubbly and wrinkly like a lot of companies do. There's a little bit of schmutz on the roof, but it's just a little bit of dirt that can be cleaned off, no problem. Purple is very consistent.
Pull the body over to the side.
Oh yeah, when you put it in the box it does that, but the body should actually be a little bit lower. That's a mod you can do to drop the body down, but we're not going to use this body, so.
What?
What? The the headlights are translucent with the corner marker lights translucent, so you could really make that look really good. Same as the rear, you've got the translucent light buckets all the way across with the reverse lights. You could do some strobes or whatever in there if you want to make it look real fancy, or just some nice running lights, keep it nice and clean. It sits really nice and low. Now it's all just black, basic plastic underneath on the bottom. I think it's pretty close to the same setup as that car. We're going to find out once we get it apart and start modifying it and kind of going down that path with it. But otherwise, out of the box, very, very, very nice car. Just throw a battery and go cruise around with that and play with the 4-corner hydraulics on it. We'll put the battery in it, make it dance a little bit on the table before we take it apart so you guys can enjoy what that looks like. Interior in it is there. It does have a full dash with sticker with gauges, whatever you want to call that on there. Can you see it in there? Meh. Probably not, pretty shiny. But it's got the back seat, the front seat. The front seats are laid back on a real low gangster angle too, so you can actually kind of run with that, paint it up, get it looking real good, put a driver in there all laid back. Very, very, very nice piece of kit out of the box. I should have almost bought 2 of these so I can just leave this alone and then do another build, but hey, maybe we'll get another one down the road. We've only seen the green one in pictures, and the way this one looks in the light, I'm sure the green one looks just as good, but
that's pretty nice though.
Yeah, I'm purple or green. I love them both the same.
Yeah,
so.
nice.
Okay, so the body is already on magnetic mounts. Like I said earlier, it looks like they give you these little pad mounts for doing a different type of body on there, so we'll figure that out. There's one in each rear corner and a bar across the front. Kind of find it easier to start in the very back corner and pull up one side. Kind of give it a little wiggle, get the other one up. And then the front one, it's got some bite. Those are big magnets and big metal bars that they stick to. Good job. That is not going to pop off when you're hopping around on that, guys. So, okay, guys, under the hood now we have the body off. You can see the 4 servos, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, that make the magic happen of all the dance and hydraulic kind of type action. They are Hexfly 25 kilogram servos. They're pretty basic, pretty cheap. You can pick them up online for pretty good value. The front, we've got a micro servo or sub micro. One of the two. It's the one step down from what's full size. For your steering, pretty basic. This guy doesn't have much steering. You're not going fast or rock crawling. You don't need much to get that done, so that is perfect. And it's got a little Redcat. I believe that's a 380 size motor. Usually about an 18 scale motor would run that on the old kind of 18 scale buggies and such. But yeah, enough to get the job done. You're more about kind of moving and dancing, playing around instead of going fast, so good enough to get the job done. Hexfly ESC, never heard of them, but once again, it's enough to get the job done. Super basic. You got your Redcat 6-channel radio over here, which is going to make all your magic happen. And then it comes with a Hexfly 3000 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery in there, 7.2 basic. Now it is centered here. If eventually you want to make the car hop, you're going to have to upgrade the 2 front servos to something quicker, like the Reef's 300 Actros or the 400 Short Course, something quick like that, and put your battery in the rear, do some changes to make that work, but it's pretty simple. Okay, so that is the quick overview or underview or whatever under the hood. Let's take a quick look at La Guerra since it's going to be build season. We're going to be doing this for a while here. Show you the guys the differences in that setup. Now he has body pins in the front and then he kind of just hooks in the rear. You'll notice this car's center of gravity is about right here too, as it's the hopping version, right? So it's pretty balanced out on that rear axle.
And it's heavy.
Oh, it's heavy, yeah. Okay, so under the hood of La Guerra or Redcat 64, it's a little bit different of a setup. Your motor and transmission are in the rear, completely flipped around on a much more steeper angle, so you can help get that rear end high and you have no driveline issues. Now the front has one servo for making the front hop up and down. It is the Reef's 300 Actros, which is a very, very fast servo, something you'd want to use like a short course race or buggy like that. And then it's hooked up to this cam system, and as it pushes or pulls, as it pulls back, it makes the wheels move at a faster rate than it's moving at, which will give you a quick pop. Boop, 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 boop. Pretty cool stuff. Right beside it, basic flat chassis to this guy. Right beside it, they've got another Hexfly servo mounted in there, the receiver over here. Two more servos in the rear end underneath this body mount or interior mount to make the back ass end move. Same Hexfly 3000 milliamp battery in there, and the difference is this guy has metal plates underneath his battery to make him heavy. So he wants to bounce, right? So if your ass end's up in the air, it's too heavy to hold itself. Yeah, pretty simple. So yeah, we just want to show you the difference between the two. The frames on the bottom of the 64 are removable and changeable. So if you wanted to, like if your car came with a black stock frame, because they don't come with all this chrome on it. This is all because it's a Dixon Flannel edition. You have to buy all these parts individually, but you can swap them out and add them. So that being said, I'm going to get this guy off the bench and we'll be right back in a second. Okay, so our plan is to start using some of these fancy parts from the 64 on this car, because we're going to do some pretty heavy modifications, because this car will not be a car when we're done. Yeah, so we picked up the A-arms, which will fit. It's all the same parts at the end of the day, so that's nice. Those will drop right in. But the main piece that I wanted to get, ow, and hopefully make everything a little bit easier, because this guy is more of a molded tub, is the 6.4 frame. Part number RER 14529. So I'm hoping that we can transfer this chassis over, and I'm pretty sure everything is the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to bolt right in nicely. And that way we can leave the back end of it open, because our intention for that is to build a mini truck with the RC four-wheel drive 1987 Toyota Extra Cab. Nice factory seal, eh?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, it's void. Now this is the full, complete, everything, interior, bumpers, the whole package. Lots of building coming up. There we go. That's what's after. Okay guys, as you can see, get the body out now, kind of all the parts sorted out. Now the wheelbase is longer. We knew this getting into it because we have one of these trucks completed on the shelf. We already did some measuring. So the wheelbase is dang near 1.5 inches longer. So we're going to stretch it out in the middle of the chassis. That's why we did get the Redcat chassis. Unfortunately, we knew ahead of time we're going to have to cut this chassis, lengthen the chassis, and then we'll just get some chrome spray paint and just do a patch in that area. I know it's not going to be perfect, but that's part of low riding. There's some sketchy welds and some of the half-ass builds out there. Most guys that are building with a Toyota truck are broke anyway, so we'll do a broke man build. We knew the width was bang on to what we wanted. It's going to be able to tuck those tires up in there, but the bottom of our doors are so narrow, like that battery barely fits between them, right? So we got a lot of work relaying everything out. Battery's got to move. Motor transmission are fine there. Steering servo's got to go this way, so no problem there. Basically, this pan we'll probably completely get rid of. Make our own pan out of aluminum for once we stretch this out, and then mount everything to that and make that pan bolt onto there, and also utilize the body mounts here. So fair bit of work ahead of us. And then from there, because we're morons, we want to make the bed dance. So stay tuned for how we figure that out. We'll need to add another 4 channels to it somehow, so I don't know if I'll just use a separate radio for the bed, one for the truck, one for the bed, I don't know, or I just bite the bullet and go buy one of those 20 channel radios. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys on episode 2 once we start cutting and chopping. Come on. Whoa. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. We're learning things. Cool. We out.